Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Coach Shawn Calvin. This is the Backbreakers studio in the Backbreakers Training Center in Archbald, Pennsylvania, and we are here for Locker Room Talk. Today's guest is Mint Mike Mitchell, and he will be making his way over into this lovely chair right here in a few minutes. But before we get to Mike, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's talk about some recent events. When Worlds Collide 3, we're about a little over a week away. Feedback from the show seems, for the most part, overall positive. The fans, they seem pretty happy. The biggest news to come out of it is that we have a new Backbreakers Entertainment champion. Ken Andrews has defeated Rex Taylor and is now the new champion. And one of the cool things I kind of promised about Locker Room Talk is that I wasn't going to just say the things that I'm supposed to say. So I want to take a minute to talk about Ken as champion. Quite frankly, I think it stinks. Here's the thing. Normally, I'm on hiatus. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't even talk about this. But I saw the promo that he posted, a little video. And he felt the need to kind of trash everybody in the Backbreakers Entertainment locker room. Here's the deal. There's a lot of very talented men and women in that locker room. And any minute, Ken, one of them could take that title off of you. And another thing, you want to call yourself a god. Come on, man. I said that line in October. Don't steal my lines. Here's the thing, though, Ken. You better watch yourself. And you better watch who you talk about at Backbreakers Entertainment. Because now you put a big target on your chest. And they're all coming for you. Let me tell you, buddy, I only have to make one phone call, and I'll bring in somebody that'll take that belt off you in a second. So, Ken, I hope you know what you set yourself up for. And if you're going to talk about the boys and the girls in that locker room, you better be ready to back it up. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, also, whoever filmed that promo, turn your phone off next time, all right? Put it on silent, because it rings at the end, and it drives me nuts. I'm just saying. It wasn't me, so I didn't film it. Don't blame me, guys. All right, our next big show is Destiny, and it is on December 8th, and it will be live at the Falcon's Nest in Mayfield, Pennsylvania. Somebody off camera is incredibly impressed with that, and I don't blame you. The Falcon's Nest is a beautiful place. This is looking to be a huge show. It's our last show of the year. And so far, we have on it, as some of you may have seen on the last episode of Locker Room Talk, Brad DeMail, one half of the Backbreakers Entertainment Tag Team Champions, issued an open challenge. And that open challenge has been answered, as we found out on social media Monday, by the Stepdads. So our very first match announced for Backbreakers Destiny is the Stepdads versus Diamond City War Machine for the Backbreakers Entertainment Tag Team Championships. That match is going to be huge. As more matches are announced, we will keep you updated on social media, so make sure to follow Backbreakers Entertainment on Facebook at Backbreakers Entertainment, Instagram at Backbreakers Entertainment, and Twitter at Backbreakers Ent. It's ENT. You can't put entertainment. Twitter it's got a limit. It's a whole thing, guys. Don't worry about it. Really quick, I want to say thank you to everybody who checked out the first episode of Locker Room Talk. Got a lot of really great feedback. A lot of people really enjoyed the interview with Aaron Roxas. They enjoyed Brad DeMail. I would say they enjoyed Squid Sterling, but he was on there for 2 minutes, and I heard a little birdie say nobody enjoys Squid Sterling, and I can't deny or confirm that news. But any second now, Mike Mitchell will be walking through the door and joining us, so let's get ready for that. I think I see Mike coming right now. All right, hey, Mike, come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mint Mike Mitchell. Have a seat. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is independent wrestling favorite, a good friend of mine, a well-known name around here.
I would like to think so.
M3. Let's just start right at the beginning, Mike. Kind of tell us a little bit about how you got started in wrestling, where you trained at, why you wanted to get into wrestling, all the basics.
We're going right into it, huh?
Yeah, let's just get right into it,
All right.
That's what we do here.
So again, for all of you who don't know who I am, I'm Mike Mitchell.
Help him out.
Yeah, help them out. M3 for short, because MMM, Mike Mitchell.
So not MMM.
Do I spell it out for you?
Yeah.
But no, I started here at Backbreakers. I trained under Justin Glory. Okay. I started, I would say, back in 2011. There weren't a lot of trainees at the time. Before me was Tyrone Kidd and Harzang, who is still with us today.
Yep.
Who've gone on to do other things, and Harzang still remains with us to this day, and I believe he is an asset to the company. So that was my good thing to put over Harzang.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we like Harzang.
There's not too many of those throughout this whole podcast.
Yeah, no. We're not going to say too many nice things about H.
I'm not going to put him over too many times.
No.
But no, honestly, though, he's a good guy. He's a friend of ours, friend of mine.
Yeah,
for a long
friend
time.
of ours. It's
But-
cool. We don't really do the whole, kayfabe kind of thing here. It's okay. We can speak openly, so.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a pain in the ass, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I started here at Backbreakers 2011. I debuted in 2012. I've had opportunities outside of Backbreakers throughout my time, my so-called career. It's only been 7 years. I'm still a pup to a whole lot of guys that are out there that have been doing it probably way too long, maybe.
Yeah.
Or long enough that now they're breaking in and they're getting what they're earning. And some guys are going to ROH. Now it's AEW. There's been Impact. There's WWE, of course. There's Japan. You name it. There's endless opportunities. And that's great. Wrestling's great. It's a great time in wrestling because there's so many opportunities and so much wrestling for the fans out there to enjoy. Because that's really what it comes down to. We enjoy wrestling.
Yep.
So
A lot of great wrestling out there, including right here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
That's
Backbreakers Entertainment. Falcons Nest, Mayfield, December 8th.
what a cheap plug.
What a cheap plug. Got to get them in. All right, in order for Justin Glory to allow me to continue this, I have to get the cheap plugs in because it kind of weighs out all the other stuff I say.
That's
pisses them
understandable.
off, so.
Yeah, no.
You mentioned you had some opportunities. I know you did a little bit with House of Hardcore.
I did. That's actually where I debuted. It was Tommy Dreamer's first show at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. Myself and who eventually became my tag team partner, John Redbeard, we debuted at House of Hardcore 1. It was asked for us to go out as both ham and eggers, as they would
Yeah.
call us. John went out against Big Daddy V, God rest his soul. He got beat up in a matter of seconds, which is nothing unusual. And then I came out. And to backtrack, it was an open challenge.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a match, and they were calling out anybody to come out and whatever. And we were supposed to be Tommy's students, and we came out. And then when it came time for me, I came out, had a little bit of a shine, which for most of you, if you don't know what that is, I was able to get in a little bit of what I'm able to do. And probably the best thing I can do is drop kicks. So,
Yeah, you do nice drop kicks.
well, hey, everything else, meh. But the drop kicks, hey,
Yeah, the drop
I'm not
kicks
going to
are
leave
good.
that out of any match. So I had 2 drop kicks on him, and I got Baldo Bomb, which is front chokehold, up in the air, and a sit out.
Yep.
So I, the way he choked me, I felt like Bart Simpson being choked by Homer. So that was cool, and I've had another opportunity with Big Daddy V at another time too. So that was really cool, and that was a special moment in my career. So.
A little bit of trivia for anybody that comes to Backbreakers Training Center, be it for a show or to stop in and whatever. There is actually a picture of him drop kicking Big Daddy V on the wall out there. So
Yeah, that's my claim to fame, and that's it.
I remember when I started here, and I'm like, "Who's the guy drop kicking Big Daddy V?" And I don't think I ever got an answer. So until you came back,
We still won't get the answer.
yeah. All right. Well, you mentioned John Redbeard. Let's get into that. This is what's going to get me canceled. saying
No,
his name.
it's not.
That's supposed to
So,
say his name.
I'll just go into so
explain the extra guys. Yeah.
Well, I'll explain. So originally, and like anybody, we all want to come in and be, that guy. We want to have that WrestleMania moment. We want to have, and for me, it was like that WrestleMania 12 moment. Shawn Michaels, the boyhood dream, winning WrestleMania 12 against Bret Hart in the Iron Man match. You know what I mean? That fame, that fortune, the gold, right? I wanted to be that white-hot baby face. But things don't always start out that way for everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say pipe dreams, but we all have these aspirations to be great right out of the gates, okay? Yeah. But, see, I wasn't getting booked right away because no one knows who you are when you first start. And that's nothing unusual. It's not uncommon. So in order for me to get booked, it seemed like I had to be in tag matches. So I started off with the Samoans in Allentown with WXWC4. Yeah. And Samu. Okay, if you're not up to speed with things, Samu is a head shrinker. Yep. He is the head of the Wild Samoan Training Center in Allentown. He runs the show. He wanted John and I to be in a tag team match against other teams. We were pretty much enhancement talent. Yeah. So I wasn't really up for it, but I gave in because it was a booking. And then later on, as it kept going along and we were tagging, people didn't understand the dynamic. We have Mike Mitchell. He's this vanilla guy, which I still am when I'm not an extra guy. And then you have John Revere, who established and created the extra guys, which are exercise enthusiasts who don't quite understand physical fitness. Yeah. It might not display it properly. I'm not speaking for myself because I do know. But again, people wanted me to give in and be an extra guy. Yeah. And I didn't sign up to do that. But I realized that was an opportunity to get more bookings. So I had a talk with John. John said, they want you to just give in and be the team because it makes sense. I was relentless. I eventually gave in, and without going any further, the rest is history. We got gear, we had personas, we had workout tips, we pride ourselves on our promos with our creativity and just being clowns, for lack of a better word, and just having fun with it and being juvenile and everything like that. And it worked, and I can proudly say we were booked up and down the whole East Coast, from Florida all the way up. I've had opportunities to face Rock and Roll Express, Mike Knox, Luke Gallows, who I've beaten with the shake weight. Oh. We can't leave that out. We had the shake weight. That was our go-to. That was my holy grail.
Yeah. Got you a victory over a current WWE superstar, so.
It did, but at other times, it went against me. And I lived and I died by the shake weight. So.
Didn't you face Glacier, too? I remember.
I did.
I remember this came up.
That was a cold day.
One of the first times I met you, because I had a running joke with Pete Doors, who's no longer at Backbreakers, about Glacier, and you overheard it, and you told me that, you faced off against Glacier.
Yeah, I try not to, I'm trying to pick up the names I dropped. No, Glacier was a nice guy. It happened to be at WrestleMerica in Georgia, and that was a promotion that Luke Gallows at the time was working with. He brought on myself and John as the extra guys. We happened to work in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. It was a 3-day thing. And at one of those days, I faced Glacier. And it was a cool opportunity because what was really cool about it is that he put on the whole gear.
Oh, my gosh.
He had, if you know anything about Glacier, it was exactly what he was in WCW. And I had that mark out moment before going out. And I literally looked at him and I was like, I was speechless, but I said like an idiot. I was like, dude, you have no idea how cool this is. This is freaking cool.
That is.
Now I got to go out there and beat your ass. I mean, how cool is that, right? So that was a cool moment for me. Yeah, I chalked that up. It's one of my biggest victories. Glacier, good guy.
And your other, you were part of another tag team with
Johnny Moran.
Who?
Who?
Another name.
Well, no, we still. He is a brother of the Extra guys. He came in late in our run. From time to time, we still call upon him and get him to come in and help us out when we need help. He's always up for it. He's not like John and I. He doesn't like to clown around so much. He does, but to a certain extent.
He's here. I've managed Johnny Moran twice before. He's a good dude. He's just very serious at
He's
times.
very serious. John and I, it could either be a good thing or a bad thing in how we are.
Yeah.
Locker room or in the match. We like to clown around and have fun. Some people are a little bit too serious. And there's times that you have to be serious, and there's other times that you just have fun. But some people don't like it, and other people love it.
Yeah.
But, Johnny Moran and I were the Mighty Militia,
Yep.
comprising of only 2 people.
It's quite the militia.
And Sonny Kiss, let me pick that.
Oh, there's another name.
Sonny Kiss was our manager.
AEW superstar Sonny Kiss.
And it was supposed to be a joke on us that he was paired with us, but Sonny's a great guy.
Oh, I love Sonny.
He's
Sonny's
a great
awesome.
wrestler. I enjoy hanging out with him and just BSing, and he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good egg. Sonny's great and deserves all the success that he has gotten.
So.
Well, we talk about everything on here and
So that's
anything.
it? We're done?
No, we're not done yet. No, because I'm gonna throw a curveball at you here.
As much as you would think that I like talking about myself, I really don't like talking about myself.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk about you more.
I guess so.
We have to. Well, you're the guest, and that's what we do. And we're not getting interrupted this week by Brad DeMayo or anyone else. So you're straight
No,
through
we
here.
locked the door.
We locked the door. We have security posted at the door. Security fell asleep, but it's fine.
Oh, well, geez, I must not be that captivating. I mean,
That's what the audience is going to look like when
our security guard likes to play with Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards.
he's a real Wolverine.
Man, that security guard is still sleeping. What, were you over at Bud's before? Having a few. brewskis? They should have the cops call on him because he's underage.
That's true. So, yeah, I'm just going to talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that you were on a little bit of a hiatus from Backbreakers for a little bit.
I was.
You were not here when I started training, so.
I was not here. I actually lived in Virginia for a short period of time, and as much means a cup of coffee in the big time. It wasn't so much of a big time, but I just had a cup of coffee in Virginia for a short period of time. I lived there. I worked occasionally in North Carolina, and sometimes in Virginia. I had an opportunity to wrestle in the Norfolk Scope. And if anyone is not familiar with that, that's where DX did the invasion on WCW.
Yep.
And the Xer guys, we had a promo where we tried to invade the Norfolk Scope and find where Bischoff was, but I think we were a tad bit too late.
Yeah, you might have been a little late, couple of years.
I knocked on that garage door just like Road Dogg did, but no one answered. I didn't even get a go away. And the sea of fans, lack thereof.
They just assumed you were well-dressed homeless people, most likely,
And Zupa, no, we wore camouflage pants because we thought we were going to slip right past security, but security wasn't there. It was kind of quiet, but we tried to do it, and I think in my eyes it was a success, but in others it was a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made your way back here to Backbreakers.
I did, and that's because I moved back. And during that time, and some people might think that that's a bad thing, others look at it as a good thing. And everybody has opinions and how they view wrestling, but in order to get better, okay, and perfect your craft, because that's what this is, we must venture out. So during that time frame, yes, we were working in New York and Jersey. We had time in Maryland, and like I said, all the way down to Florida. I had an opportunity to go down to Florida and work for, I believe it was Warriors. No, it was, I believe, Ring Warriors, if I'm correct. I can't remember the name, but no, that was a great opportunity. I had during that time, it was only for a few days. It was a weekend. I trained briefly at Team 3D, and that was a cool experience. So we got the best out of our time in Florida, which was only a weekend. I didn't live down there, but just like wrestling, we go places for the weekend, and then we come back to our normal lives.
Yep.
Which some people don't know how to separate. And
it is hard.
It definitely is. Some people are consumed by the business, and other people can separate it, which is, I believe, healthy. You have to have a separation.
And now you've made your way back here. You've been on our shows.
I am back home.
2 years has it been now?
It's just a little bit over 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just about on. I think we're going on 3.
You've done some stuff outside of Backbreakers too. I know. You did what was the name? You did two shows at the baseball stadium.
Big Time Wrestling.
Yes.
And then NEW. And then I've also worked for Big Time Wrestling on other occasions.
Yes.
Too. So that was a fun time. They have a very big roster, which they bring in a lot of household names. I faced the Patriot, which was pretty cool.
Dropping names.
That's right. And hey, who does the flying burrito? Do you know?
Tito Santana.
That's right. Faced him too. I didn't get any shots in.
Another name drop. We should,
It's just Shane Douglas.
Risky next time. Take a shot every time Mike name drops by the end of the interview. It's
that's
just
all
hey,
yeah, well, that's all I got to my name. I mean, nothing else. You're gonna take home.
I'm getting the take home, so I guess I'll jump to the thing I wanted to do really quick.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Let's do a little bit of a name association with some people at Backbreakers here.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of rapid fire. Let's start at the top. Let's start with Harzang.
Harzang, again, I started with him training. He was a year ahead of me. I've been with him through thick and thin, I guess I would say, within the 7 years that I've been doing this crazy thing we call professional wrestling. I call him a friend, and I talk to him on the regular.
Justin Glory.
Justin Glory is my head trainer, always will be, even through it all. I've gone to many seminars. I've worked, which I pride myself on, a lot of shows that I didn't think that I'd have the opportunity. But at the end of the day, it all comes back home to Backbreakers, and Justin Glory will always be my trainer.
Jack Molson.
Jack Molson is the booker here at Backbreakers. He likes to he likes the big guys.
He does.
I'm not that big of a guy.
I mean,
you're a big guy.
Look, I don't wrestle.
Yeah.
I'm like 0-1. I tried that. It went.
He likes
poorly.
the big guys in the main event. So, but Jack, he's not a bad guy.
I like Jack.
I just don't think he believes in me so much. But
it's because
time will tell.
You got the muscles, man.
Time will tell.
What about our new Backbreakers Entertainment Champion, Ken Andrews?
Ken Andrews, I went one-on-one with him. It was a very good match. I thought I was going to beat him. Going into that match, I didn't think he knew exactly what I don't think he knew exactly what I was going to bring to the table. I don't think people look outside the scope of Northeast PA or just Pennsylvania itself. I had a hiatus. I came back. People don't concentrate on what goes on outside of the area. So it's a close-knit community here in Pennsylvania with wrestling. When you're gone a little bit, you're forgotten. And I think when I came back and I had a match, kind of lightened his eyes. But although he won the match and now he's champion, I could say I was beat by the champion. But I still know that guy who's the champion now, I can still beat him.
Yep. And he's a professional wrestler, and
well, so am I. So what the hell is that? How does that separate him and I?
According to his promo, he is a professional wrestler, and that puts him on a tier above you.
Listen, if I can get one drop kick in, I win. I'm just saying.
You heard him.
Nah. All jokes aside, he's a good guy. I get along with him outside of this whole goofy business. He's a good guy to talk to.
And security guard is snoring. And one more, which I'll announce it right now. The guest for the next episode of Locker Room Talk will be the former champion, Rex Taylor himself. What do you think about Rex Taylor?
Rex and I were both on PA Live, the WBRE show that's local in Northeast Pennsylvania, which is Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. He shed some light on his upcoming match against Ken Andrews, who unfortunately he lost to in the match. No, I'm wrong.
You are wrong. You guys were there to promote the
well,
tag
why
team.
don't you correct me?
I was letting you go. You were there to promote the tag team tournament.
Yeah, it was the tag team.
Rex against Gilbert, which
that's right.
Rex won. He defeated Gilbert, and you faced off against Squid Sterling and Dante Dio in a triple threat.
Yeah, Dante screwed that match up. He disqualification because he's a poor sport.
You didn't want that belt anyway.
See, things just start meshing together for me. I can only remember the guys I beat.
You know, we've established you want the belt that Ken has, not the belt Dante has. You know, maybe somebody watching this can make that happen. I'm just saying. All right. But I guess we should wrap it up. Thanks for coming, Mike.
Wrap it up. I've already put the security guard to sleep.
You're putting the production assistant to sleep. You're putting the other guy in the room to sleep.
We're getting the take it home.
We're getting the
wrap
fingers.
it up. Mitchell is boring. What can I say?
I mean,
do you want me to be raunchy? I'll be raunchy.
It's impressive that you're the most boring guy on a show that had Squid Sterling on it.
No, I'm not. You had Aaron Roxas. He was boring.
Whoa, now.
Squid Sterling was boring.
I'll give you that.
Listen, Brad just came in and just demanded whatever he wanted.
He came in and challenged, basically challenged anybody. Just kind of
I'll challenge anybody.
He threw a little heat my way.
Brother,
he wants
it
me
doesn't
to
take much.
Go get my guy from across the place, you know? It's a lot,
across
man.
the place.
Across the United
plains.
States.
Across the plains.
Guy in California with the jacket.
The jacket. I'm wearing a jacket. Yeah, Keita.
I can't afford Keita.
Keita can't even afford himself.
Keita can't afford himself, but
come
on. Thanks for coming. We'll do this again.
Go back to sleep.
I'm gonna get Harzing in here and let Harzing dump all over you. So
that's the best thing he knows how to do is take dumps.
Thank you all for tuning in to Locker Room Talk, and we will see you in 2 weeks with Rex Taylor.